Hello. So I just wanted to do a video blog for this one because I haven't written since Tuesday last week, and since I started blogging, I realized that writing a blog takes a lot of time, so I want to try to get better at doing it every day, or at least every 2 days. But for now, I think it's going to be easier to summarize my experiences last week in a video because, like I said, writing takes a really long time. So on Wednesday last week, I went exploring again. If you read the last blog I read, I talked about going to the National Gardens, and then on Wednesday we went on like a neighborhood walk or whatever. They took us, the staff took us around to see like all kinds of places and the certain perimeter of the area we live in, and it was really nice. And me and some girls, we went to buy some fruits and vegetables, which I didn't really need, but I mostly just got them because I was like, oh, I want to buy something from a Greek store. And then later, the girls I talked about in my last blog entry, like that I was talking to, and they were like crazy about partying. One of them texted me, and I felt super happy because I was like, yeah, I'm in the loop. They were really nice, and what happened? Oh yeah, so she said she really wanted to try a Greek beer, so we went to this square to get a beer because that's what she really wanted to do. There was like 7 of us, and we picked up like 2 girls along the way, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of random. We went and talked to this one cafe bar thing, which is like pretty common to have in Greece, and we thought the seating was full, but since I'd been in Greek for a while already, I kind of knew they have seating across the street sometimes. So I went and asked, and we ended up sitting across the street, and I introduced myself to the waitress, and her name was Ada. She was super nice. I really liked her. Yeah, so that was cool. Then we were just drinking our beer, and then this one girl, Zoe, who's super outgoing, was just asking us a bunch of questions to get us going, and we talked about like guy stories and all kinds of like silly stuff like that. And then at the end, near the end, the waitress gave us these free vodka and Sprite shots, and they were actually really good. I don't really drink that much, and I'm kind of like shy about drinking, but I was like curious, and it's nice. It was a nice experience. The cafe bar we were at, oh yeah, that's my phone like freaking out because that's what happens when you get a text on a Greek phone. It just like freaks out for longer than it should. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, where was I? I was talking about, oh yeah, so the bar was only like 5 minutes away, so I was like, why not? And the waitress took a shot with us, and it was cool. So I got a little tipsy, but it was okay. And so we walked home, and we were in a large group, and we were all kind of like paired off, so it wasn't like dangerous or anything. And yeah, it was 5 minutes away. Yeah, so anyway, so then I was feeling just really, really happy because I was like, yeah, like some people, because I had kind of some social anxiety for the first 2 days because I wasn't prepared to meet so many people, because when I thought about what I'm going to do when I study abroad, I was not thinking about going through that whole process of making friends, so I was just like totally unprepared for that. Let's see, Thursday, we didn't have too much stuff going on in the like program because we have this whole like orientation schedule, but me and some girls, we went and there's this guy named George who sells like wine in plastic bottles, and we just thought that's like the funniest thing ever, so we wanted to go find that place, and so we went there. And then George was super nice. He totally hosted us. His house is like upstairs from his store. He let us sample a bunch of his wine, and he brought us like melon from his apartment, and like there's this like weird honeydew cantaloupe hybrid thing they have here, because it doesn't really taste exactly like one or the other, it kind of tastes like both. What else? And he brought us some pastries, and he just talked to us and asked us what we're doing, and he told us he's really close with a lot of students who study in the area. Yeah, he was a sweetheart. and I think he was kind of like really sad because I guess one of his friend's kids died. But it was like every time he told us like a story, he just ended with "life is life," and we all thought that was a little bit funny. So yeah, and so then we bought some plastic bottle wine, and we went to the president's dinner. The president of the program was like hosting people at his house for like a garden party. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I didn't really drink any like wine or anything there because I kind of have a lot of wine. I had a lot of wine at George's. Yeah, so yeah, it was just chillaxing. But then me and some people we met up after, and so the people I got the beer with the previous night, and we played. I never played it before, but we played King's Cup at someone's house with wine, and it was awful. Like the wine was like good until it wasn't. It was bad, but it's okay. I literally lived like down the street from the person, so it wasn't like super sketch to get home or anything. Yeah, and it was good. I was still pretty happy that night, and I was really happy after George's. And then on Friday we went to the farmers market, and that was cool. After I went to the farmers market, oh yeah, and I introduced myself to somebody who sold me some honey, and I bought like a plant and some stuff. It was really cool, but it was a little bit like kind of annoying to be there because there were so many stands that had exactly the same thing, and I was just like, like when you go to the farmers, I feel like when I've been to farmers markets in the past, they have like soap and like jam and like jelly, and I mean there's some people with the same stuff, but like I don't know. It was just very like monotonous, like tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, carrots, like peppers, whatever. Like I was just like, okay, like what makes you guys different from each other? But maybe if I was like more local, I would have like my guy I buy grapes from or something. I don't know. We'll see if that happens. But I introduced myself to one woman who sold me honey, and her name was Anastasia, and yeah, that was cool. And she let us sample it, and she was pretty cool, and she couldn't speak that much English, so it was kind of nice to try to like work on my Greek and stuff in order with her. Let's see, Friday. Oh yeah, so after that, we were all kind of just dead. We wanted to go home and relax because we'd had such a busy week with the orientation, which I didn't talk about that much because it's just kind of boring if you're like not there. Actually, it was a little boring if you were there, but yeah. Oh, and we went to the U.S. Embassy at some point, and they gave us like a safety talk. Yeah, that's not that interesting, but kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so I know where the U.S. Embassy is. It takes kind of a while to get to. Let's see. What else happened to me? Friday. Okay, yeah, so we wanted to relax, and I was supposed to see my cousin Eleni at 7, but me and some of the other girls were talking about going to see a theater performance at 9, so it was like kind of a close cut, but like Eleni was super cool and like didn't mind taking me to the theater to go watch, and it was like the open air theater at the base of the Acropolis at the First University, and we watched a performance of Plato's Apology in English, and it was really cool because I read a lot of the Apology in Greek, and they had like Greek subtitles projecting, and I really liked it. And so it was modern Greek, but it was like similar enough to like have like the gist, like I could see how the word, like how it translated to English. So yeah, and then yeah, it was nice. I came 15 minutes late, but it hadn't started because they know people are late, and it was cool. And then we walked in a huge group back from the Acropolis to the school, and then so the guys peeled off, but oh yeah, I guess I should say what I did with my cousin Eleni. I'm so bad at telling stories. Anyway, with Eleni, we just watched her son and her sister's daughter. They were riding bikes and stuff all over the beach. Okay, anyway, so then I went to the theater, and I had to navigate my way through this crazy tourist area by myself, but it was okay. A lot of people helped me. Anyway, yeah, so after the performance, which was really cool, it was just a monologue, like one-man performance, me and some girls, we went to go eat, and had this really delicious sausage with cheese in it, and there was like a piece of bacon on top. We were just like talking, and it was really weird though because we all like I don't know, we felt kind of drunk even though we weren't. Like, it was weird. Like, I don't know. But we were just drinking water. But then at the end, the waiter brought us some free dessert and a free really like cinnamony shot, and we were like, oh god, it tastes like I just took a shot of a candle during Christmas. But it was good. I liked it. But one of the girls did it. Then we went home, and then we had to wake up for Egina the next day at the island, and it was pretty nice. I found a different group than I'd been hanging out with for most of the time to go. Is my roommate Radley, and this girl Julie, and this girl Melissa, and someone else was there. Oh, me. Yeah, I was thinking there's 4 people. Who's the 4th one? Anyway, so yeah. Egina. So we took a ferry there. Well, we took the subway system, and I've like haven't really ever been on subways because I'm from San Diego, so it's like not that common there. So it was a little stressful, but we were with teachers, so yeah. It was okay. Then we took a ferry, and that was pretty nice. It was like really like intensely like huge though. When I think of ferries, I imagine some little dinky thing like going across the ocean, but it was really big. It was like the size of a cruise ship. But and there was a lot of really nice seating inside, and I guess there was seating on the roof, but we didn't know that. So anyway, it was kind of cloudy and like disappointing. Like, we got to Egina, and it was just like really humid. The first thing we did was get on a bus and go to see this temple. And the temple was pretty cool. It was a temple for the goddess Aphea, which is a local god, and they were the people on the island of Egina were the only ones who really worshipped her. At least that's what I got from the museum. But yeah, I'll definitely put up some pictures of that. But it was really cool. I was excited. And then we walked to this little like beach town, and it was kind of touristy, but there weren't that many people out. And we got some gyros or souvlaki, and it was good. But like the tzatziki there tasted a little weird, but like in a good way. But then yeah, I don't know. I just thought I would share that. Yeah, and then we took the bus back to the island, and it was weird because it arrived on one side, and then they were like, no, you have to wait on the other side for the bus to turn around, and it took like 15 minutes to turn around, and we were like, what's happening? Whatever. Then we got back, and then I don't know, I was like, man, I'm just kind of ready to leave. We had some ice cream, and I was just like not feeling it. But then we went to this like area where it's okay to go swimming, like the beach. And yeah, I had a really good time. I was one of the first people from my group to get in the water, and then I found this guy that I was drinking with when we played King's Cup, and he was cool, and we were just hanging out. We're like, yeah, we're so cool because we want to actually go swimming when we brought our swimsuits, because everybody put on their swimsuits under their clothes, but then everyone was kind of like reluctant to get in. But then yeah, and it was so salty. It was like really easy to float in, and we were like persuaded a bunch of people to come inside. It was really fun. I just started to get a little stressed because I wanted to go see my dad in Megra that night, but it takes like freaking forever to get like back to the mainland. Like, not like the ferry's like supposed to take 40 minutes, but like the metro system's just like actually like really slow. So I traded tickets with the guy, Daniel, that I played King's Cup with, that I was swimming with. He had a 5:45 p.m. ticket, and I had the 6:30. So it wasn't like that big of a difference, but I think it was like enough to take me where I wanted to go, more at like the time I wanted to. Yeah, and because I was trying to catch a 9:30 p.m. bus from Athens to Megra. Actually, I found out later it was actually 9:15, so that was like extra stressful. But yeah, I was with just a group, and they were pretty nice. I talked with this girl Jenna for a while about interesting stuff. And yeah, and so we got to Port, and we took the metro system, which I was surprisingly like happy I could like navigate it, because one of the girls brought a map, and I was like, yes. I felt pretty cool for figuring out like what was going on, because I don't know, I'm just not great with public transportation, like figuring out what to do. And then we got back, and we we took, I think, kind of a long way to get back to the school, but from the school we all departed to our own ways. Luckily, I had packed my bag for Megara last night, and that was good. It made it easier to go around where I needed to go, because I got to my apartment and I went to the bathroom and then I grabbed my bag and left. And then I caught the first taxi I saw, and my cousin was on the line with me, and she gave the guy directions on how to get to the bus. So I felt better because I was like, what am I going to tell this guy? I mean, she told me like what to tell him, but then I was scared he would take me to the wrong place. But yeah, she just stayed on the line with me, and it was cool. And then, what else happened? She stayed on the line. Okay, so I got on the bus, and it was cool. And then, yeah, like the bus was pretty relaxing. I was a little worried I was gonna have to like fend for my life or something. I don't know. I had like weird ideas about what was gonna happen. I was thinking like, I don't know, it was gonna just be really dangerous, and it kind of wasn't. Like there was like an old lady sitting next to me. But yeah, it was a scary drive a little bit because it was dark and there's these crazy like curves, and like this lady did like the cross thing. But I thought she was scared for her life, but then I told my dad about it, and he said it was because we passed a church. I was like, oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. Yeah. So then I got there, and me and my dad had souvlaki, and it was gyros, and it was really good. And I like stuffed my face because I hadn't eaten since like 2 o'clock on the island. Yeah. And yeah, that was good. And we talked, and I met this girl, Euro, who has the same name as one of my aunts, but this was like a different, not even part of our family. And it was nice, but I just wanted to sleep. So then I woke up, I went to my aunt's house, and then I woke up. And then the next day, what happened? I wanted to leave, but my aunt was at a memorial service for her sister or something. But then my cousin's dog was out, who just like hates people and is gonna kill everything if she can. She's just like really scared of people, so I can't really leave because I can't put the dog away because she's out in the yard that I need to go through to get out. So I had to wait for my aunt to come back, and I felt bad because I just really wanted to see my dad. Yeah, so then I saw my dad, and we went to the Megara festival thing. Happens every year, but it was like a little bit small. My dad said usually it's more exciting. I have some pictures of it, so I'll put those up too. Yeah, and then we had lunch with my aunt and my cousin and her fiance and my dad, and we all just hung out. And then I packed up to go because my cousin Evangelia, she had a wedding she was going to in Athens, so we decided to take me. And we drove into Athens, and I got back here, and I had a buttload of food for my aunt and my dad, and we had these weird hard-boiled eggs from, they have 2 yolks, and it's like a farm that like sells those. It's pretty weird. But yeah, my dad was such a sweetheart. He made a potato salad and like a buttload of hard-boiled eggs for me and my roommates, and it was just really sweet, and I don't know, they were really grateful, and it made me happy. And yeah, I just love my dad. I'm really glad I'm here with him. Yeah, today is my first day of school, and I'm scared that UCI just had really easy classes or something, and I'm gonna get here and they're gonna be like, this is the standard for every other school. I don't know. I'm mostly scared for my ancient Greek class. But yeah, I'll show you my room really quick, and then I have to get off and go to class. But that's my closet. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna like work well. There's like, I'm from the corner of my room, so there's everything. There's my bed, and then there's the window, and that's the view outside the window. I don't know if you can actually see anything. Here's me. Oops. And then here's my desk where I filmed this. I don't know. Yeah, you can't see it that well. Okay. Whatever, and that's my chair. So yeah, that's my room. That's my giant pile of stuff I can't hang up because I don't really have any hangers. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, that was my apartment. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I will get back to everybody about how my first day of classes went. I just felt like I needed to kind of catch up on everything in writing. If I tried to write this, it would probably take me like 2 hours because, yeah, it's slow. So, yeah, I know this video is like 20 minutes, but no one has to watch it, I guess. I should have said that at the beginning. It's mostly for me. Anyway, okay, well, peace out. Bye. Wish me luck.